Well, Tom, what did you think of Sunday's game that Ulster played against the Ospreys?
Well, obviously, I mean, the start of the game looked very promising, you know, and it just sort of fell off at the end, which was, I guess, very disappointing for everybody. You know, the guys had a great start. We're probably a little unlucky with the yellow card, I think, but I mean, we're still keeping our noses in front, and then it just fell away at the end with a couple of sort of unnecessary penalties, I think. So we just need to be a bit tighter around the ruck and be a bit smarter with game management, I think, and you know, just do what we were doing earlier in the season and just close out games, even if it's by sort of 2 or 3 points.
There's been a bit of talk about the binding on jerseys and how difficult it is with these skin-tight jerseys to get a proper bind. Do you find that?
It does make a big difference, I'll be honest with you. You know, especially these days, everyone's wearing very, very much fitted sort of lycra, you know, synthetic-based jerseys. So they are a lot tighter. They are a lot harder to bind on. It's not like the old cotton jerseys where you could get a good grip and wring the whole hand through. But you know, I think there needs to be, I guess, something done about it if they're going to be putting such a focus on binding in scrums and things like that, and you know, giving away so many penalties, and obviously matches hinging on these penalties that are given due to binding and things. I think obviously it's an avenue that needs to be looked at if it's going to play such an important role in the game. And
health and safety is actually another thing too, because if you can't get a bind and the scrum's hit and there's a lot of impact, the scrum's going to go down. Somebody can get hurt.
Well, exactly. You know, there'd be certain props these days that sort of look for the steady hit first and then go for a bind later, which I guess is probably a bit safer for the player, but obviously you're putting yourself in jeopardy for getting penalised. So if you go for an immediate bind and you miss the bind, you can be going straight to ground on your head or your neck. So I mean, it does play an important role, you know, the binding and things. So players need to be able to get binds quick and fast, and a good solid bind as well. So it's definitely something I think that goes under the radar a bit, and a lot of people wouldn't be thinking about. So.
Well, on Sunday you did get a run out against France, and you met your old foe Sylvain Martinet. How did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was great. You know, it was great to get out there. I mean, the first scrum was a little bit ropey, but I mean, after that, felt quite comfortable out there, and you know, it's just good to get out there and I guess compare yourself to maybe the benchmark. You know, obviously the French scrum and the French forwards would be one of the sort of best packs in the world. So it's always good to sort of see how you fare against some of the best packs and best players. And you know, it's good to get out there. It's just obviously disappointing with the end of the match. I guess it's hard to sort of take when you lose by that much and you're playing so well and you score 3 tries to 1. But all credit to Declan and to Merv, our analysis expert. They sort of told us exactly what Dave Pearson was going to be looking at, and they told us exactly what the French would do. You know, if we gave them penalties, they'd hang in there and edge the game. So, you know, we knew exactly what was going to happen. We just didn't stick to the game plan, what we were supposed to be doing.
Whenever that first penalty, you lost the bind and it was given against you under the post. I noticed Rory was giving you and Mike Ross a bit of a talking to. What was he saying?
Yeah, well, it was just I sort of told him about the different angles that we need to be getting, and I mean, what I felt was that the weight from the whole other side of the scrum sort of came over across me, and to be fair, I think it was Rory, but somebody actually stood on my foot, so therefore I couldn't move and just got rolled over the top of pretty much because I couldn't go with it. But I mean, Rory, I guess in no uncertain terms, just said make sure you get it right for the next one, and you know, be a bit more aggressive on the hit and attack him a bit more. So I mean, Rory's always good for a bit of a fire-up speech, and I mean, his experience comes through. That's where, you know, I guess he excels, because he may fire you up, but he also calms you down because you know that he'll be looking after you. So.
Well, looking ahead to this weekend, a vital game for Ulster at the Parky Scarlets. You looking forward to that one? Yeah,
look, I mean, obviously it's sort of, I mean, last weekend was the first time I'd sort of played in almost a month. Wow, I mean, 4 minutes a week before, I guess, was a nice little bonus. But you know, to get a bit of decent game time this week for the first time in 4 or 5 weeks would be good. It's good just to be home back with the boys and just togging out for Ulster again, because You know, obviously you're always following the progress, whether you're up here or down south, and you know, you want your team to be doing well, and I want to be playing well for the team. And if I'm not playing as much for Ireland, I want to be pushing my case at least with Ulster and showing them I deserve to be there. So.
Well, at the post-match press conference, Declan did say he'd be taking a look at the players that haven't got much game time this weekend in the Magners. So hopefully you'll go well, and Ulster will go well, and good luck anyway, Tom.
Thanks very much. Cheers, mate.